2 minus 3x to the power 7. So here's the formula down here that we need. So let's use that formula then. So our first term a is 2. Our second term b, our last term so to speak, is minus 3x. And our power n is 7. So here's the answer. So let's just write it out then. So it's the first term to the power n. So that's 2 to the power n, which is 7, plus n, which is 7c1. A to the, so the first term to the power 1 less than n, which is 6, and then it's b, and the b term is this whole minus 3x, so it's more than just a single entry, so put it in a bracket, minus 3x to the power 1, isn't it? So there's our second term, and we proceed now. We just decrease the powers of the first term, and we increase the powers of the second, like here the next one is decrease that power, increase the 1 to a 2, and carry on in that pattern. So the next term is 7c2. The 2 will decrease in powers from 6 to a 5, and the minus 3x will increase in powers as we said. So this is what we do. Next one is 7c3. The 2 will decrease, the minus 3x will increase, so let's just do that, and carry on like so. 7c4 is next. 2 decreases, don't they, to a 3. The minus 3x increases to a 4, then 7c5, 2 to squared, minus 3x to the power 5, isn't it? Then 7c6, 2 to the power 1, minus 3x to the power 6, and then the last term will be a b to the n at the end, so it's minus 3x to the power 7. That's our last term there. Okay, so let's just tap down our calculator then. We need 2 to the 7 to start with then. So let's get our calculator. 2 to the power 7. What do we get? 128. So let's move our calculator over here for the time being. And it's 128. Next term. And we can keep these in our calculator now. So we've got 7c1. So 7c1 times 2 to the 6 times 2 to the power 6 round level times bracket negative 3. We'll leave the x as is because we can't put an x in the calculator, of course. Power 1, and this will be just the integer part, won't it? Minus 1344, and there's an x here, isn't there? Minus 1344 x. Now the next term. So all we need to do now is change the numbers. The powers of minus 3 increment each time, so this will go to a 2 this time. The powers of 2 decrease, so change that to a 5. And this is for 7c2, isn't it? So delete that and put a 2. 2 to the 5 minus 3 squared equals 6048 with a plus. And the power of x will be x squared, won't it? Because there's an x squared that comes out here. Because it's minus 3x times minus 3x. The next one, on our calculator then, let's just go back and toggle back, and we'll change it to a 3 now. That increments. The powers of 2 decrease, so that goes down to a 4. And we've got 7c3. And let's just put the calculator here so we can see exactly what we're talking about. 7c3, 2 to the 4, minus 3 cubed, minus 15120, and that was an x cubed is here as well, isn't it? So put that in now. Next one, the 7c4, so toggle back. The minus 3s are increasing to a 4. The powers of 2 are diminishing, so that goes down to a 3. And then we've got 7c4, haven't we? 22680 plus 22680 for 7c4 times x to the 4, wasn't it? X to the 4. Now we do 7c5, which is here. So it would be minus 3 now to the power 5. And then the 2, as you can see, will be 2 squared. So change the 3 to a 2, and it's 7c5, isn't it? So change that to a 5. That's what we've got. Minus 20412. Minus 20412. 2, and that was x to the power 5, wasn't it? There. Now we've got the next one, which is power 6. So just change the 5 to a 6. Change the 2 to a 1. And change this 5, the 75 to 76. 2 to the 1 minus 3 to the 6. 10206 plus 10206, and that was an x to the 6, wasn't it, for that term, the 76 term. And then the last term is just minus 3 to the power 7. So let's clear it. Let's do bracket minus 3 power 7. That's our last term. Minus 2187. And that's an x to the 7 as well, isn't it, there?